Hey, how you doing? Sean McGough here on my way to work, killing my COVID 500 Kelvin at a time. Anyway, I'm listening to the John Batcher Show 92.9 WIK, or no, 680 WIKO. I'm sorry, I'm in my car getting ready for work. Anyway, great show. He always has wonderful guests. Usually they're from overseas, they're ambassadors and all this, and sometimes they're above my head. I'm considered one of those uneducated people, I guess. Anyway, unfortunately, the first 20 minutes of the show is about packing the court. It takes 2 seconds. We've had 9 justices. They tried to, I believe at one time we had 10. They tried to do it before. It was a no. Packing the court just simply means instead of 9, you're going to do 13. You're throwing a number off while you're in there. If you're Democrats, you're just going to keep putting more and more and more until there's no way any other view except the view of power is going to be accepted. That's how dictators actually work. Follow what Ted Cruz said, and I found it hilarious. He cracked me up because it was off the cuff. I think he does a show with Shapiro. I don't know if it was on that show or not. But Ted Cruz said he doesn't believe Donald Trump actually knows what he's doing as far as the Constitution. He's just being president. But he said he can't think of any president other than Reagan, maybe before Reagan, that who followed the Constitution the way it was written, the way it was meant. And that made me laugh the way he said it. And I'm listening to this show now. It took me 2 seconds. Okay, packing the courts. I get it. You want a majority all the time, and there's no way. Now, if you look at how the courts are right now, even the people Trump put on there, they follow the Constitution. He hasn't won every case. If it was all because, oh no, they're Trump's people and they're going to choose everything he's... No. And even Annie Coney Barrett, however you say, she talks about precedent. If it's a precedent, she doesn't believe in going back on it. Well, right now, Roe v. Wade is a precedent. Now, she's going to do what judges do, I guess. But they're going to do what judges do. But it's not packing the court. I mean, it's crazy. The only reason I'm making this video is I got another subscriber. I got 4 now. Woo! Got to get my word out there about saving this country, and 150 million people all outside at one time. Everybody in the world filming, showing, bring your weapon, bring it legally. I bring, not to hurt anyone, not to start fights, not to do trouble, but to protect yourself, your family, the people around you. I believe Democrats are going to try to say there's no way Trump won the way he did. Not that many people voted. That's where they're going with the mail-in voting. It's not the other way, because I know there's still people. I talked to a guy, Trump derangement syndrome is real. I talked to a guy I've known for 25 years. And we argued. We didn't argue. He wanted to argue. I said, calm down. We can have a discussion without yelling. I'm getting old. My ears are... I like to yell too, but stop it. And I said, honestly, if you vote for Biden, you're voting for communism. You have to see what they're pushing. The Green New Deal is Marxism, it's communism, it's all just rewritten, and it's all this anti-racism is racism. Look at it. But it's okay to be racist to white people. But they don't understand. You think the majority is going to go with that? They don't get it. They don't. I'm not a psychologist. I've read enough psychology books, and I'm crazy enough. If you are going to go against the majority and try to be racist against them or hold them down, the majority, guess what's going to happen? The exact opposite. You're not going to be invited to the party anymore. They're going to say, oh yeah, we can't discriminate against that guy, but there's no openings. Hey, my cousin Charlie over there needs a job. Bring him in, because we don't have to hire anyone of any other color. Because look what they did in California. You think I'm bullshitting you? I'm not demonetized anyway. What do I care? Look what they did in California. They got rid of the Civil Rights Act in California that said you can't hire by creed, that you can't discriminate against color in your hiring, which basically meant you couldn't just hire the white guy. Well, now they changed it because they want to. And the woman from BLM, in an interview, I think it was with Tucker Carlson or one of those guys, he holds up 2 pictures, black guy and a white guy. Who would you hire? She said, the black guy. He goes, well, you didn't look at their credentials. Don't need to. He said, well, what if we put it the other way, and now who do you hire? And he had the white guy over here and the black guy. She said, the black guy. He said, well, why? He's because he's black. That was her answer. There wasn't, he said, what about credentials and schooling and all that experience and who's best for the job? Oh, no, because he said, well, that looks like racism. Wouldn't that be racism if you only hired the black guy instead of the white guy without? She says, no. He goes, well, your way, my way you say is racist if I hired the white guy. If you say not my way, but this way. She said, no, that is racism. He goes, well, it looks like your way is racism. He flipped the pictures. She says, oh, no, that's justice. Now, you got to understand, that law is in there because politicians couldn't just hire their cronies. They couldn't hire people that they owed favors to. They couldn't. It at least broke it up. There's a way to, it helped. Now you got rid of that, and they think, oh, we're going to break the system down to the ground, which is what BLM says, and we have idiot politicians that are allowing a domestic terrorist group to control the narrative of their politics. That's what they're doing. Listen to what they're in Boston. We got this whole sensitivity training, and it's the same one that they were just talking about Trump wants to get rid of in every organization because it's basically teaching racism. That's what it is. Go look up critical race theory. It's disgusting. Go look up white fragility. You're not supposed to say anything. No, it's disgusting. I'm not guilty because I woke up white. I haven't gotten a break because I'm white in my life. All right? I'm going to be honest with you. There's a couple times I got screwed because I'm white. So screw you. That never happened. The screw you, it didn't. Ask anybody who didn't get the job for affirmative action. Ask guys I've known who had to wait a few years before they get on the state police, come to find out this person who beat them out, it wasn't because they were equal and they picked them because they're black. I'm okay with that. If I'm equal with somebody else and you don't have enough black cops, I'm okay with that. Same thing in the Marine Corps. You had people that go up. Now, if they needed to put a black corporal, you knew there weren't that many. You could see, or what the narrative was. If you had a shit-hot white guy, I mean shit-hot, and a good Marine black guy, or even an average Marine is usually a very good. If they're going to a board, they're good. Usually, you send up some dumbasses to hope they get promoted. But there were times when the black guy got it, and I said, how? How could that be? And then the same person went up to the next board, and they won it. And I said, Jesus, I know the other kid. He's good. He's a good Marine, but I couldn't figure out. This was years and years ago. And I knew, this quote is for a good reason. You have to have that mix. I understand it. But if the people are equal. Now, the one I laughed at is I knew a shit-hot Marine, black dude. Looked like the Marine. He had knowledge. I trained him on his knowledge. You have to know all this Marine Corps knowledge. JJ did tie buckle. I still can never remember what the hell all the letters stand for. Anyway, this kid was shit-hot. I said, hey, dude. And I was putting him up there. I was only a corporal. He was trying to be a sergeant, for Christ's sakes. But I was putting him up there. I was helping him out, doing the knowledge. I said, you got this. You got this. He went up against a good Marine who happened to be a Spanish woman. He come back and said, you were right, mother. I don't want to say the word. I trying to not swear, but I thought it was funny. Anyway, you have a good night. Thanks for my 4th subscriber. Get my word out there. Everybody, November 3rd has to be outside. Stay in groups. Protect yourself. Let the police know you are using your 2A and your CC, and you're there with them. If we don't get 150 million people or at least 100 million people outside at that one time to show the world, no, Donald Trump is who we voted for. That's who we want. If we don't get those kinds of people outside, I can't say they're not going to be able to say, no, Joe Biden won. And we're going to have to accept it. Now, I don't think our country's going to be done for. Pass the word. I still think there's going to be nut jobs on both sides who want to kill each other. I wish they would just meet up no matter what happens. Go ahead and kill each other. I'm all right with that. I know that's not godly and worldly. And I'll deal with that when I talk to him years from now, I guess. But anyway. Oh, one last thing, this part of this video. If you think I'm nuts, go watch my God video. Everything's coming into play, and you'll figure out why I'm kind of happy, even though the world looks like it's going to shit. In my video, I joke about how I always talked about I'm going to die when I'm 53 because my father did, my uncle did. Those were the men in my life. That's what we do, and my kids got creeped out about it. Anyway, it's a long story. It's in the video. I'm 53 now. For 10 years, I've been depressed. 10 years. And I realize I've been watching the decline of our country. My wife works days. I work nights. When I come home, I have my kids all day. I'm watching their TV shows. And now it's all coming back in, those old TV shows. And I realized, wow, you know what? It pissed me off back when I watched them the first time, but they were putting down everything about American culture. 4th of July, Thanksgiving, Halloween. Oh, they're geeky. They're this, they're that. Disney Channel, Nickelodeon. There was a lot of this crap. And I'd say, 4th of July, my daughter's born on the 4th of July. Greatest holiday, birthday, best day ever. And they put it down. There's nothing geeky about it. Are you kidding me? And I gave her a whole history lesson. I said, you're born on the 4th of July, and then I went out and bought Schoolhouse Rock so they could learn about America. That's what I noticed, too. We need some Schoolhouse Rock back on regular TV. Teach these kids some real education. I mean, come on. I still know conjunction, junction. What's your function? Now, I have to do that sometimes when someone asks me to tell them what a conjunction is. Unfortunately, it comes out that way. But, that being said, we see the BS now. We didn't know how much evil was within our government. Reagan warned about it. It's been there, but now it's exposed. And in my conversation with God, there was my point. You got to push me along. I sometimes get lost. My point being, I always open my eyes wide because I got the phone at a bad angle. It gives me 12 chins. It's a new phone. They add some more chins. Anyway, my point being, in my conversation with God, and this is why everyone needs to get out. I have this idea, and I hope I save America, goddammit. Somebody better send me $1 each if I do. If I save 500 million lives, or whatever the hell we have in this country, and I have other people who said, hey, that was a great idea, you people better send me a goddamn dollar. Excuse me, God. A you damn dollar. That's the joke. Anyway, I'm telling you, it's a $100 million idea. If it works. If it works. Won't know till after the election if and when. But, that being said, be safe. Let the police know you're protecting yourself. You're coming out. Spread the word. Oh, back to where I got lost again. My conversation with God, I said, I'm going to die at 53. God, is this why you're talking to me? Is this, I'm done? I'm going to go. Now, that's twice in the same year. You watch the other video when I felt really healthy. I thought, God's taking me. This is it. We talked. We joked. This is it. He's screwing with me. Anyway, I'm going with this because my wife thinks I'm nuts. That's all right. I'm okay with that. My conversation with God said I'm going to live to be 70, give or take a few years. I find that to be pretty funny. I hope it's later, not earlier these days. But who knows? I still find that hilarious. It's a surprise. But anyway, if this country falls to communism, I don't want to live. I don't think I'd want to see it go. And I'm all right if, Jesus Christ, I just can't, I don't think I could take it. And I've been dying from the inside 10 years watching the way my country's going. But why would God tell me I'm going to live to be, close to 70? And I know he supports Donald Trump and America. Not supports, he don't, go watch my video. God says a lot about it. Anyway, why would he tell me I'm going to live to be 70 if he knows I would be so unhappy? I believe God's like, hey, it's going to work out. It's one of those signs that it's weird. I hope I'm right. I pray I'm right. Get my word out there. You don't have to like me. You don't have to. Well, 4 of you like me. Get the word out there. Everyone get out, stay out. Get out. November 3rd, stay out. Let the world see you. Film it all. Protect yourself. Don't hurt anyone. Don't attack anyone. Calm people down. This is America. Let's have a party. Hey. If we're going down, if we only get 60 million people outside, we'll go down cheering, saying we did what we could do. You fools wanted to go the other way. We don't need to hurt people, man. That's not America. They do. They want to. They're supporting it in the streets. It's horrible. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't know how you can say this isn't domestic terrorism. I don't know how these groups are literally putting political positions up there and threatening you that they're going to do damage if you don't listen, and politicians are listening instead of arresting them. I don't get it, but that's the way it is. Anyway, God bless. I hope. Trump 2020, stay safe.